Welcome back to our conversation with Mark Leibovich, local boy made good and author of Big Game, the NFL in Dangerous Times. Mark, do you think this would make a good holiday season gift for football fans?
No, I think they should just not wait till the holidays and go out and start purchasing
just get it now.
Get it for. I mean, look, I think the Columbus Day is coming up. What are some others? I mean, the fall. It's like there's all kinds of stuff.
Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas.
I think we need to start like doing gifts for some of the other holidays. Yeah, no, it's a great holiday gift.
Okay, good to know. Good answer.
Good, had to cue me up there.
So with the Chargers ditching San Diego and the Raiders leaving Oakland for Las Vegas, this trend continues of the owners chasing ever bigger stadiums and public subsidies. A lot of money going into that Vegas stadium. Now, over the years, there have been calls in Congress for a ban on public aid to stadiums like this, and even for an end to the antitrust exemption that allows the league to bargain collectively for broadcast rights, but nothing ever happens. Why is that? Well,
I think the main reason is these NFL owners, all of whom are billionaires, are extremely politically active. Many of them have given major sums of money to both parties. Many of them gave to Donald Trump. I mean, they are politically very connected at this point, far more than they were 10 years ago when Roger Goodell took over. So they have a lot of political leverage. And also, look, I mean, a lot of these people, especially people who run Congress, you know, many of them are Republicans, like being talked to by NFL owners. They like the Super Bowl tickets. I mean, I remember Kevin McCarthy, the House Majority Leader. Every year I see him at the Super Bowl. He is like every year he attends, and I said to him, like last year when I ran into him, I said, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "It's a great fundraising play for me." And he actually said that, and I thought that was pretty surprising that that's sort of how they think. But look, I think it's very unpopular, you know, in most markets to want to pay for a billionaire stadium, and that was proven true in San Diego, where they didn't want any part of this, and then they up and left for Los Angeles, and a lot of bad will was created.
Now, you write in Big Game that something along the lines of you'd rather gouge your own eyes out than spend one more minute talking about Deflategate. Please don't harm yourself, but I'm afraid I have to bring this up. What was that all about?
Nonsense, if you ask me. I mean, my view is, and I was really into this at the time. I read the Wells report twice, which is a far worse, more damning confession than a lot of other things I could say. I thought it was a minor equipment violation at worst. I thought, you know, I was driving 56 in a 55-mile zone. It should have been, you know, minor fine maybe, and we should have been done with it. And then it became this, again, reality show fodder that entertained the heck out of a lot of people, whether they were angry here or entertained in the 90% of the rest of the country. But I decided I hit a wall, and it's over, and I started to write about this a little bit. I said, what am I doing? I'm going to lose everybody, except for a few people in New England who are still studying.
Well, we got to wrap it up, but there is a perception around here that it was all about bitter, jealous NFL owners, jealous of the Patriots' success, and still angry about Belichick and Spygate and all that, and wanting retribution.
I think that's probably part of it. And I also think that, look, it's not just jealousy and envy. I mean, the Patriots do a lot to exacerbate the bad will for them around the league. They're hated far worse than the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Green Bay Packers ever were. And I think there's a perception that the Patriots carry themselves with a level of arrogance that, you know, might have something to do with how they were treated by the league in that.
More bitter, jealous loser talk, if you ask me.
Right?
What are you going to do?
Yeah, who do you like Sunday? They'll beat Detroit, right?
Oh, I would think so.
No doubt. Josh Gordon, 150 yards.
If they don't, it's panic time.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, every year, it's the same year. It's the same thing. You panic every time. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good luck.
Thanks, John. Man.
Thanks very much. Big Game, the NFL in Dangerous Times. That's the book. Mark Leibovich of Newton is the author. That's all my time for today. Now it's back over to my colleagues for more WBZ News.